It wouldn't be an event for us, for the Manhattan Chamber, of any stature without the presence of our Congresswoman, Carolyn Maloney. Carolyn has been a champion of small business and women's issues, having come to New York City from North Carolina. Believe it or not, we have all kinds of states represented here in our city. Carolyn was born in North Carolina, as I mentioned, but came to New York City and served in several positions in public service before running for the office of New York City Councilwoman in 1982 on Manhattan's Upper East Side, where she held the seat for 10 years. Among other things and achievements during that time, she has the distinction of being the first woman council member who had a baby during her tenure. Wow, what a thought. Balancing work and home life. Anyone relate to that? I think probably all of you can. She was then elected as the U.S. representative for the 14th District in New York City and has been our champion ever since. The Congresswoman's achievements would take me all day to cover, but let me just say that we have been represented by this terrific lady in the best way possible. Today, she is one of only 90 women in Congress out of a total 535 representatives. But believe me when I say that her voice is heard throughout the halls of Washington's legislative branches, and she is respected, admired, and is a true role model for all women aspiring to public office in our country. Carolyn?
Thank you so much, and thank you to MetLife for hosting this important international conference and for what you do every day to help people manage their finances in our country and around the world. Good morning. I am just delighted to welcome so many outstanding women entrepreneurs to our great city. I would like to thank the Chamber of Commerce of Barcelona, the Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industries Ladies Organization, and my dear friend Nancy Plager, President of the Manhattan Chamber of Commerce, for inviting me to join you for this 5th annual conference that is celebrating the achievements of women's entrepreneurs. All told, the 19 women entrepreneurs who are being honored today generate a combined $3 billion in annual revenues and help employ 27,000 people. The economic activity you've created is good for your companies, but the example you've set for young women and girls is good for the world. It requires an enormous amount of courage and determination to take an idea for a business and make it real, much less to grow that business into a multi-million-dollar organization and take it global. Congratulations. So I salute the women leaders who are here with us today. Though you hail from different corners of the world, your entrepreneurial spirit and hard work are very much at home here in New York City, the center of economic activity in our great country. I believe that one of the most important things we in government can do is to support women and to support entrepreneurs. What we've done in government through the SBA, the Small Business Administration, has a number of loan programs to help women access the credit and capital they need. In fiscal year 2009, the SBA backed nearly 10,000 loans worth about $2 billion to women entrepreneurs. And in 2009, 38 women-owned businesses received $26 million in investment capital through the SBA's small business investment companies. But whatever we're doing, it's not enough. So right now, I'm working on legislation to give the U.S. Treasury Department the authority to help what we call community development financial institutions establish loan loss reserve funds so that more of these institutions can begin to do micro-lending. I believe that women-owned small businesses will benefit greatly from increased access to small dollar loans, and a well-funded loan loss reserve fund will attract the business community to contribute to this effort. We want very much to make it a public-private endeavor. As the former chair of the Joint Economic Committee in the last Congress, I also examined ways to fuel our country's economic recovery and unleash the untapped potential of women and girls. One of our greatest assets in our efforts to reinvigorate the America's economy is the know-how and talent of women. As America steers its way out of the Great Recession, women's participation in the labor market, leadership in corporate boardrooms, and power over household purchases will be critical for economic growth. When we invest in women, we invest in the future of our economy, and no one knows that better than the 19 incredible women we are honoring today. I am deeply impressed by your achievements. I am very grateful for your leadership on behalf of women and girls in your home countries and around the world, and I thank you, and I thank again MetLife for sponsoring this incredibly important conference that will recognize their many contributions to their countries and to the world economy. Thank you.
WWW Manhattan CCTV.